welcome back to day 6 of our questions for Kirsty. And today's question...
As we were talking, we were using this sort of image of there being pathways to Europe open to Scotland, and we've been exploring them. But now we've got to the point of just recognising, well, yes, at some point we'll need to make a choice.
You said people say there's a UK EFTA trade deal.
Yeah.
But there were actually, again, just as with the EU because of Brexit, firstly, the UK agreed a sort of withdrawal, a separation agreement, it was called, with the EFTA members who are in the single market. So Switzerland is not in the European Economic Area, but Norway, Iceland and Liechtenstein are. So it agreed a withdrawal agreement with them, a separation agreement. And then a year later, it did 2 separate trade deals, one with the 3 who are in the European Economic Area, Norway, Iceland and Liechtenstein, one with Switzerland, because Switzerland has its own very specific deal with the EU. And I think what that tells you, without going into too much detail, is that the sort of trade relationship you negotiate with the EFTA countries depends on their own relationship with the EU. And so Scotland wouldn't be straight away in the EEA, or it won't get a Swiss type deal. So anyway, it will need its own specific route. So there isn't a simple shortcut. But yeah, as you say, there are pathways. You just have to decide your pathway. And you might have, you're going to have a government on day 1 of independence. You won't have had a general election. So presumably, relatively swiftly, there will be a general election. And whether Scotland's going to join the EU or not can be tested in that election and later in another referendum if that's what people want. But I think the temporary government, or the government that will have negotiated the divorce and will be in power on Independence Day, it will have to say for the time being which direction they're going. So to make sure that Scotland isn't just in some, hole with putting up new and unnecessary barriers in all directions, it will have had to say which direction it's going. But again, my idea that you could have a 1-year transition period, stay part of the UK-EU deal, in a sense, it gives you time, it just gets you over that hole, and then you can decide.
Again, I just appreciated hearing this. At some point that the decision will have to be made between joining EFTA option or to rejoin the EU. So that was question 6. For tomorrow, we're moving on to the next one.
Oh yes, this is an interesting one, isn't it? Join us tomorrow and find out.